Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook. Okay, people, we're going to the state of Arizona. This just happened, some days ago. Arianna Jones, she went on a date, the first date with a white man by the name of Dominic Glenn Rodalico, and she never made it home. Condolences to the family of Arianna Bailey Jones. Arianna is the mother of a 2-year-old. She looks to be half black, half Latina, and from her name and her mother, that's what it seems like. Arianna, she met a white man online, Dominic Glenn Rodalico. They went on their first date and he killed her, left her body in the Arizona desert, just like that. Arianna's family became suspicious when they had not heard from her for 2 days. They had lost contact with her. There's been no contact since July 5th. So they got suspicious and they called the police. And eventually the police checked her apartment. They found a dog in a kennel with no food, no water, that looked like the dog was alone for days. The officers also spoke with a close friend of Arianna Jones and said that Arianna had planned to meet an acquaintance for a movie on July 5th. So these investigators, they reviewed cell phone data and surveillance video, and they identified Dominic Rodalico as the person that Arianna Jones was with that day. So once they figured that out, they sent the cadaver dogs out into the desert or whatever, and they found human remains in a shallow grave in a remote desert area near a place called Lake Pleasant, Arizona. Now, police said that yes, they do believe that these remains belong to Arianna Jones. They're still doing investigations. I think now they already know 100% sure. And after this, the police went and arrested Dominic Rodalico. They arrested him. And when they arrested him, he was actually cleaning the back of his car. And he also had an injury to his hand, which they think has something to do with what he did to Arianna Jones. Now, Dominic, he told detectives that he had been with Arianna Jones that day and they were jumped by 2 unknown men. He said that these men stabbed her, but he was able to run away and escape. Detectives also believe that Dominic Rodalico had planned to kill Arianna Jones. So why did he plan to do this? If that's the case, we'll get back to that. Now, this guy, Dominic Rodalico, he's being held on a $2 million bond. Again, condolences to the family of Arianna Jones. Her mother is crushed.
Woman, online, social media, went on a date with her and then murdered her, burying her body near Lake Pleasant. Fox 10's Megan Spector joins us now with new details.
Detectives used everything from cell phone data to surveillance video to track down this suspect, 24-year-old Dominic Rodalico. But as the investigation continues, those who knew the victim, 21-year-old Arianna Jones, are remembering the friend they lost.
Anytime you saw me, you saw Ari. Anytime you saw Ari, you asked about where I was at. We were inseparable, I would say.
Over the phone, a close friend of Arianna Jones speaks to her memory.
She made everybody smile. She was very kind-hearted. She did her best to be around everyone she loved. She was going through a hard time herself, and yet she never put anybody behind her, never failed to check in or let people know she was there.
Jones was found dead in a remote area near Lake Pleasant on July 11th, 4 days after her family reported her missing.
Detectives, I can tell you, did find a shallow grave in that area, and they found a body in that grave. There was enough evidence, physical evidence of not only clothing, but other things matching Miss Jones to be able to identify her.
Digital evidence, vehicle tracking, and surveillance footage quickly led detectives to Dominic Rodalico, who was already on felony probation in connection to a burglary.
All right, sir, can you state your name and date of birth, please? Dominic Rodalico, June 18th, 2002.
Police say they met after connecting online. Rodalico denies being involved in her death.
He is saying that the two of them were in this remote area and that 2 individuals showed up and attacked them.
But police say the physical evidence contradicts his story.
Sufficient enough evidence to link them together. There was sufficient enough evidence to show Mr. Rodolico was in that area several times before they actually were in the area.
Investigators tracked the pair to a movie theater before they drove to Lake Pleasant. According to court documents, detectives found 2 Harkins souvenir cups where she was buried.
Have this surveillance video show where they were as far as the movies were concerned, and we were able to find them in different areas of the valley using other cameras. We were able to pinpoint their cell phone usage in different areas. All of that combined helped us really solve the case.
Now, detectives are still going through evidence to determine the extent of their relationship.
Arianna was also the mother to a 2-year-old son, and Arianna's mother said that her daughter Arianna did not have an easy childhood. Arianna was adopted at age 3. She moved between home and during that whole situation before she just reunited with her daughter at age 18. Arianna is only 21. She was only 21. And I mean, you could tell from the optics and looking at her pictures that she had a hard life or unstable life, tattoos on her face, things like that. Again, 21. She may have been born into some circumstances that she had no control of, and she picked up on some habits along the way. Terrible thing. But listen, here's my deal, man, with this. Here's my deal. First, let's talk about general safety, period. If you are a woman of any age, let's take out the whole race thing. We'll get to that because that's important. But I don't care. If you are a woman of any age, you do not go on a first date with a stranger of any race or somebody you don't know that you met online. You have no connection to him, to his people, to his community. You can't reference anything back to him. You go on a date with him and then he picks you up. You get in the car with him. Never, ever, ever do that. Don't ever get in a car with a person you don't know. You know what I mean? You don't give anybody that kind of control. It could be somebody in the back seat. Soon as you get in, boom. They put something up under your nose, you sniff it, you out. It's over. You know what I mean? And some of you, want to be bullheads and say things like, well, I do that and nothing happened. I bet Arianna said that in the past also. You can get away with things like this 1 time, 20 times, but it doesn't make sense. And all it takes is one. All it takes is one Mayo monster like this guy right here. Now, this was a white man. Now, it's been in the news, many stories. These white guys chopping black women up into pieces. Young black girls, middle-aged black women on first dates. Sometimes boyfriends or whatever, but a lot of times just meeting these guys. Body parts in different places. White dude just decides he wants to roll over her head and crush her skull that day. All kinds of nonsense. And in this story, detectives say they believe Dominic planned to kill Arianna. Well, why would he plan that? Why would he plan, if that's the truth, to do this to this young lady who we met for the first time? See, that's what a lot of people, their brain can't even imagine that. These people are into some things that you'll never understand. There are people that are into some things that you'll never understand. Dominic may have had to may have formed a pact with the Shaitan via an organization or a group or whatever he's with. And that's what he had to do. That was his mission. And the whole time you're on the phone with him, chatting online, talking about yourself and how your child's father ain't no good and your zodiac sign and how you look and all this other stuff and smiling. He's marinating you in his death sauce the whole time, just waiting to get you on that date. Why he do this? Look, man, it's some deeper, sinister stuff than these young people can even imagine. They don't even know. Man, but look, these are the stories, man, that I hope that these young black women, these black girls, they hear these stories, they read, they see, and they can put themselves in the positions of people who actually look like them and say, wow, that could be me. Let me not do 1, 2, 3, ABC. Let me not do this to protect myself. But people, I don't know. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Again, link to the email list in the description also to my masterpiece. The N-word is no secret in the service. Get at that easy.